Welcome, my name is Naomi. In this lecture video, I am going to demonstrate how to create a captivating rendering of a house using tools in Photoshop. To start, create new. Select default Photoshop size. Under the preset details panel, go to background contents, hit transparent, finally hit create. Take a screen capture from Google Maps or visit the site and capture a number of views. Pick the one that best emphasizes the character of the street. Drag and drop the selected image into Photoshop. This automatically becomes the background layer. Double-click on the layer listed in the bottom left corner of the screen. In the pop-up panel, hit Rasterize Layer. Double-click Layer and rename as Background, in case it was never named before. Duplicate layer. Double-click Rename as Site. Open up the proposed building elevation plans and take screen captures of the front elevation. For Windows PC, download and open Snip and Sketch tool. Typically, this will create a PNG file. Save under Downloads or Desktop. Repeat this process for side elevation. Drag and drop the front elevation screen capture into Photoshop. This will create a smart object on a new layer. Double-click to reveal more options. Select Rasterize Layer. Double-click to rename the layer as Front. Repeat the same process for the side elevation. Select the Straight Line tool located on the Tools option bar to the left of the screen. Go to Ribbon and change appearance to pixels and size at 3 or 4 pixels, making sure it is visible. Draw a line across the property to represent the front setback. If the house does not use the existing front setback, approximate to suit the location. Draw vertical lines at the corners of the proposed house as the suggested site setbacks on the lot plan. If the setbacks are different, it's a good idea to refer back to the architectural plans. Draw several more perspective lines and trace the horizontals, such as the eaves trough, door header, and top of roof line. Try to locate features that give you a known height. Turn off all layers except the front elevation. To blow up the image, go to Edit, Transform, Scale. Select a corner and drag to enlarge the image. To remove the white background, go to the ribbon and select the lasso tool. This is a magnetic lasso tool. It can accurately define the edges of the front facade. Simply drag the mouse around the outline. Command D to deselect and to close the selection. Or use the Quick Selection tool located on the Tools options bar, the one with the paintbrush. In the ribbon, select one of the following. The plus sign includes your selection. The minus sign trims edges around your selection. Once all areas have been included inside the house outline, on the ribbon, click the Select and Mask button. A Properties panel appears on the right side of the screen. Scroll down to Output to Selection. Change Selection to Layer Mask. After making the selection, use the Eraser tool and the Lasso tool to remove any excess white spaces and background and lines. Using the Lasso tool, click and drag your mouse around the mistake. Select the Eraser tool and it will remember to remain within the selected area. Command D to deselect and turn all other layers back on. With the side elevation layer selected, go to the ribbon, click Edit, Transform Perspective. Like the Scale tool, pick a corner to modify the placement. Keep in mind this is a very long process. It is a good idea to bring the perspective lines forward. Scale the facade to be close to a known corner, but align slightly smaller than the approximate height. Also align with the brick pattern and the eaves trough. Identify features that move forward and behind the house. Starting with the fence, hide the front and side elevation layers. Select the polygon lasso tool, one with the shape, and trace around the edges of the fence and up to the neighbor's driveway. Close the selection, make sure it is on the site layer. Command copy, command paste. This will end up on a new layer. Adjust the position of the layer by moving it up the list to appear in front of the house. With the side elevation still selected, use the eraser tool and carefully clean the edge, especially where it fuses with the front elevation. The object that is behind the house is the detached garage. As indicated in the proposed plans, the garage is going to be removed. Have the site layer selected and using the rectangle selection tool, also hit the healing brush tool. Look for the Band-Aid. For Windows PC, select Alt to grab an area of the sky to replicate. Hold Alt and press down on the mouse. Continue when the garage is completely gone. Within the selected box, Command D to deselect and go over again to make sure it's well blended. To separate the roof, select the front elevation layer. Use the polygon lasso tool. The roof shape is a polygon, so it is easy to make a selection. Close the selection and hit Command X for cut, Command V for paste. The roof is now added onto a separate layer. Move it up on the list and rename as front roof. Repeat the same process for the side elevation. Refer back to the elevation plans and observe how the roof is going to be drawn in perspective. Depending on the design, it will require more guidelines. Keep the roof layers on and redraw to suit the new guidelines. Have the line layer selected using the straight line tool. Define unique areas and outlines. Working on the front roof layer, select the polygon tool and trace the guidelines referenced from the roof plans. With the selection still highlighted as a shape, go to the ribbon, hit Edit, Stroke, change pixels to 3 or 4, select the outline color as black. Hit Edit, Fill, Color Fill, select the same color as the roof, white. Click OK. Hit Command D to deselect. Repeat the same for the side roof. To create a new driveway, have the site layer selected and use the lasso tool to draw the shape of the driveway. With the shape still highlighted, go to Edit, Fill, Color Fill, sample a color from the existing driveway, or select dark gray. Feel free to add texture by using the healing brush tool to sample the driveway. Bring the grass in front. Hold Alt and click while dragging the mouse. Once the touched up image satisfies the eye, go to the ribbon, hit File, Export, Export As. A menu options window appears. The photo is going to be saved as a PNG. A PNG is a high quality image and it will render all the additions shown throughout this video. Hide the white border by pressing the preset button below. Hit Export, Rename File, and save.